Thank you, thank you.
We're live on Carentan for round 2, match 3. We have ROFS v KDK. You'll have Man Digital here to stream the game for you. We'll get into the admin cam, make sure that the brightness is correct so that everyone can actually see what's going on. Midpoint Town Centre.
I'm really looking forward to seeing how the 19 v 19 play out. I'm new to this format. I've been away for a few weeks, so I can't wait to see the difference between this and the 40s and 49s format. I'm imagining it'll be a lot closer.
It's definitely not a lot narrower. There's a lot more, basically teams will push from one side. There's less spread. There's a lot more priority on those ENF 5 and 6 lines.
Makes sense, that makes sense. I know from playing skirmish on Town Centre, it can be an absolute headache. Especially if you lose key areas up around the church. If you get pushed out, like it's so hard to get back in there. So I can't wait to see what both these teams do. I don't know too much about KDK.
KDK, new to comp. Basically, they got their first win over 11th. Last week, they'll be looking to back that up with a win against ROFS. ROFS beating MSU. Not MSU. ROFS beating TFMC 2-0. So both teams coming here 1-0. With one will go 2-0 and the other will go 1-1. So what you'll notice, Digi, is the actual grid squares a lot smaller.
Yeah, I was just looking at that. Normally for the warfare game mode, the sectors are so much larger. That whole church section is usually within the cap, leading into the cap.
It is.
So what's the limit on, I think I read somewhere there's limits on the amount of carries you're allowed to place for this tournament?
There is. There's a limit on 2 garrisons per team. Teams can have as many half tracks as they want. Bombing runs are banned. We're live on the rollout. ROFS pushing in from the Axis side. 1 rocket flying in already. KDK prepping some rocket snipes. Interesting. I'm guessing ROFS got one of their trucks stuck, maybe? No. We'll just turn down my settings, Dig, so that the camera's nice and slow, real quick.
That sounds like a plan.
We don't need this super fast camera.
So everyone can see, Rum's a Twitch player. Twitch shooter, I should say.
ROFS into point first, but KDK stacking bodies in the front door straight away. Illusions and Spoon in there with the truck dive bombing. Illusions on his own now. Basically facing the whole team.
KDK have literally just sent everything up the guts.
A Hail Mary, absolutely. The satchel goes down by Illusion, who's looking to get big numbers straight at the start of the game. Big rocket from a man who is no longer there. What's doing? Satchel timer ticking down. That satchel is going to be massive for ROFS.
Does he see it? I don't think he sees it.
He doesn't see it. KDK might get wiped off the front of the point. ROFS look to flank the actual objective, and that's a big satchel.
So what I can see here is KDK's pushed everything up the guts, whereas it looks like ROFS is trying to wrap around the back of them. I think that satchel has literally just stalled KDK's push towards the centre.
It has.
They better be careful here, otherwise ROFS, if they get around behind them, that could be really bad for KDK.
Agree with you, Digi. Psych holding down the point on his own. That backyard, pretty important to the actual cap. ROFS not seeing they've actually got an SL in their line. He'll be looking to just get some numbers and hopefully get an AOP up for KDK.
Tranger hear him? I don't think he does.
He does. Cops it in the back. KDK getting a push again up that main road, but ROFS have flanked them through the front door.
great little starting play by both teams there. Looks like things are starting to settle down. You know, there's a whole 30 minutes, which, as we all know, 30 minutes in Hell Let Loose feels like an eternity.
And it can change everything in that time.
I think both teams will settle now, and KDK will start probing.
Agree. ROFS have big control at east, with KDK starting to get pressure through north of objective. Looking at the map, we've got one Gary from ROFS sitting on the right-hand bottom edge of the map in G7. I'll probably look to get another one up near point.
I was just going to say that really surprises me, but I suppose with these new rules, that, you know, rather than having to rip one down, it's probably a good thing to have it in the bank ready to go.
Well, you really got to think where you place them too, because it can be detrimental to the whole game. ROF's still controlling that backyard really well. KDK looking to push just a fair bit of numbers straight into them.
What I've noticed already is KDK seem to be moving in groups, whereas ROFS are a little bit more spread out.
Absolutely. Just posted the link in the Discord. ROF's getting some good control, but KDK really starting to nail down that church side. Shrapnel facing up against 4 or 5 people. Duty wipes him out. Bailey in a 1v5.
Looks like he's just holding his angle, Bailey. Oh, as I say that, he gets the commentator's curse.
He does. Codfish gets him behind. Donut big Codfish, and Donut trades him out. ROF's getting a bit of a chokehold on the front of this objective straight away.
I've just noticed that second Gary for ROFS has gone up.
It has.
Just north of the hard cap.
KDK got big numbers in the front of the objective, but we can see Dauntless starting to get a bit of a flank here.
I know it's very early in the game, but I think if I was KDK, I'd be trying to separate. I'd be trying to probe from multiple angles. While they're attacking from the one side, yes, they're trying to muscle their way through, but if they're not winning their gunfights, I'd like to see them separate and just make ROFS defend over a bigger area.
Agree, they really need to make ROFS work the angles. If they're holding one area, it becomes a very easy hold. I think they'll work the dynamic out as it goes on, Dig, which is good.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Blitzkrieg gets one and gets traded out. Peter Pan in a big dogfight with Ligma. Cobber leaning the wall hard. We'll get out of the
In
ground.
this rule set, is there a limit on commander abilities?
No bombing runs. No bombing runs and a few other things. Strafing runs are allowed. They are allowed to precision things. And that looks like a precision coming in early. No, it's a strafe run. Big strafe by ROFS gets absolutely nothing on it. But I like the idea. KDK's Tank Buster just wormed his way into the point. Trades out what's doing, and it's a solo infantry player on the objective. Sop knows he's there. But he'll need to get his outpost up to make sure this push works.
Ranger and Chris, I think they know he's there. Oh, Ranger's pushing away. I don't think Sop has eyes on him. You definitely can't get an angle from up in that building. Chris, though, just got him. It's a massive play.
We'll start to see some push from a different angle by KDK here as they start to wrap the church. Obviously, both teams only get one MG, so you need to make sure you use it to the biggest advantage you can. I feel like he's got a good nail down script.
One MG, that's heavily restricting.
It is. Stops the MG spam, and that's a good kill by Illusion there.
make sense in a 19v19 comp.
The medic roll has come out.
If I was KDK, I'd like to see their MG up in the bell tower.
Absolutely. Dauntless are going on a adventure in the back line. KDK now putting pressure through Church in numbers. But they've also got numbers both sides of the objective. They'll start to press hard here.
It'd be nice to be able to see where they've all placed their OPs. Are they limited to how many SLs per team?
They're limited to 5 SLs per team. Because obviously we don't want to see 19 players all running SL just to stack the numbers in.
No limits on how many players can be in a squad?
No limits on how many players can be in the squads, but they are limited to 1 MG player per team.
So, with
that
this format, you've really got to learn to shift weight.
Capitalise. Exactly right. Which Paddo, Drury and Crack Sparrow look like they're doing right now. Just a little wander in the back door.
I'd like to see Paddo get in there and get an OP down. Shift some numbers they've found.
I'm getting the feeling he may have. We'll probably call for numbers soon.
I think now's the time to do it. Once ROFS knows that you're there, I think it's too late. I think they need to try and get numbers over now before they push in.
Oh, absolutely. ROF's kind of asleep to it at the moment. Nothing lighting up, so they're not aware that they've got people in their back line. SOP on the redeploy. Here come the half tracks, I'm going to say.
I think Dauntless has spotted him.
I think Sopzilla's also spotted him, marking up that there's infantry in their back line. Perfect time for the KDK to drop an airhead.
Looks like Ranger and Chriso are moving back for SOP's marker. So ROFS have figured out that there's people in their back line. Now they're just going to try and hunt them down.
Good kill by Drury.
KDK really need to get... Oh, he's just missed that opportunity to get the OP down and shift numbers.
Absolutely. Drury on his own in a 1v2. Ranger trading out both. We can see KDK starting to get a bit of control of that north side of the objective, though.
Yeah, looks like ROFS are just holding position, setting up high, giving themselves good sight lines. It's nice to see some smoke down. I don't think teams use smoke enough. Unfortunately, with this map and this point, you're very limited to what avenues you can take. So it is a defender's green.
Get him. Come on, get him. Oh. Shrapnel on the roof. I don't think Spoons heard him.
So Donut's going up. Donut clears him out.
He does. That's a big satchel there. That satchel took out a few mines at the same time. Cheeky play. As we head over to where the main action is starting to take place.
So ally supplies dropping.
It's that time in the game where KDK can really use an airhead to their advantage.
I think KDK are doing the right thing. They need to just keep probing. They've still got plenty of time. I'd like to see the next chance they can slip behind the lines, shift weight to an SL's OP, and at the same time drop that airhead that you've been talking about.
I definitely think they need to capitalise a little bit in a certain way. Using the, obviously, switching players into another squad is going to help them to get numbers quicker. What are we here? An allied half-track from KDK. Just kind of chilling in the open. It's not got any form of spawn point because it's not unlocked. It's still running. Trying to find their numbers at this point. Here we are.
ROFS has pushed out and taken a lot of ground. They just got to be careful that they don't open up too many holes. I think this map actually helps in that regard because there's only so many avenues.
Holding a dirty lean angle, looking through the smoke. If they push their numbers forward, we'll follow them forward. Wookie lays down as Fat Pig gets traded out by the MG, but the MG gets traded back in favour.
I think that's well worth my life if I was to take out a single MG that the team's allowed to have.
Absolutely.
It's need instant pressure to try and take that ground off them now.
Illusion caught using smoke filters on console. As Ligma pushes up on Psych. The spawn comes off.
Didn't even see that little sneaky garrison there. Is it a garrison or no?
It is, it's a Gary tucked into the bush. In the red zone by the look of it, and I've locked myself in place, there we go.
I'd like to see some of the KDK boys come off that Gary and go the opposite direction. Otherwise, they're just going to leave an ant trail for ROFS to find and follow back to.
Absolutely.
Alpha Kilo pushing down. I see Dauntless just hiding around the corner. Oh, yes, he does.
The fight's on. Dauntless in a scramble. Needs to get away from the numbers. Trades one. But Doug jumps out of his map just in time. The KDK push on the front door, starting to make pressure. The flamethrower is out. Unfortunately for your Illusion, Wookie's shotgun just blows him to bits.
Holding that angle. Oh, Fat Pig takes out Butcher.
Pressure starting to come through that corner by Fat Pig and Wookie.
I'd like to see Fat Pig and Wookie just move slow here. They don't have to rush. Wookie goes down. Oh, Illusion takes out both Fat Pig and Wookie. Butcher and Duddy spawning in the background.
I'm sure we've got some half tracks somewhere from KDK. We just can't see that side of the map at the moment.
Just looking at that map when you had it up, I noticed there's a couple of ROFS boys extremely far north, up in F3, Able Squad.
Just zone sensors by the look of it.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they're trying to flank around an OP or something they may have discovered, and they're just trying to come in from behind.
At this point, it looks like Donut's on an adventure.
Maybe he thinks there's a spawn up there. They're filtering in through the top.
We hear the plane come overhead. It's the sup supply. No airheads as of yet. As ROFS really put down the hammer on KDK.
Duty pushing into a 4-on-1 here. Oh, he takes out Pig. And now he's around the corner. Who's going to get who? Oh, Duty with a second. And a third.
Dementor having none of illusion there with the rocket.
He definitely knows Duty's there. Unfortunately, the rocket's hit way after Duty's move
Just
position.
a tad late, yeah. Dementor in a 1v1. Pookie's now starting to push down on him as well. That is a clean kill by Duty. As Mr. Kiwi, Wookie, and that is a beautiful rocket by Copper. The rocket flies in.
He caught that with his face, I think.
Sent him back to the redeploy screen. Donut in behind Dauntless and Fogley. Dauntless put down. Poor old Donut getting sprayed by an MG, and oh my god! Rockets
Rocket plate.
are flying in.
What a shot from Pagey.
Holy shit, we've got a KDK push in number through the front door, 10 minutes remaining. Illusion and Duty in a 2v whole team, and that is a big Sadie.
They've done it again with the Sadie play. And that's the advantage of being the defender on this point.
Once you've got it locked in, it is very hard to push them out. KDK doing their most to try and capitalise on some mistakes by ROFS. We did see that...
KDK could do here? What would you do in their situation?
I think they need to potentially start pushing numbers from two sides, but on a constant basis. Potentially an airhead, which we've not seen one yet. We'll start to look to advance on 3 different angles through the front door. Really spread their numbers out. Because at the moment, they're really stacked in and bunched in this front.
I mean, the front door push can work, but you've got to be winning your gun battles. And unfortunately on this map...
The medic going in for the revive.
You don't see medics getting used often.
Kiwi re-revived. The grenade goes out.
Only 19 players per team. A medic could come in useful.
A medic could be massive here. Fast Beetle doing the work for the team.
Oh, he's getting shot at.
Picks up another. Rockets flying everywhere. Illusion pops the wall. Dementor flicks on him. The push comes through the front door and in numbers now. Butcher's kind of just crept in behind him now.
Would have liked to have seen the wide flank he took.
Absolutely.
From Butcher there.
KDK's front door push looks all but gone. Kiwi boy satcheling in return. Illusion getting a taste of his own medicine.
Really think with the defensive positions and the high ground that ROFS have, I think the best chance KDK have is if they can get in close and Sadie. They're just going to have to start spamming Saddies. Clear one building at a time. The big thing is once they clear a building is to not lose that ground.
Exactly right. They'll now start to make the push. Rangalicious kind of just playing watchdogs. That's not the right word for it. I think he's aware where they are, but he knows that it's not his duty to push that area. The big stack starts to push through again from KDK. Tankbuster looking to help his team into this. Cobber, there's a few grenades yeeted out there. Alpha gets his head taken off. Chriso trades one out. The second, the STG's in force right now. Pile of corpses left on the floor.
It's extremely hard taking on STGs at close quarters.
Especially that many.
Yeah.
Maybe an STG ban inbound. Too many.
It's like such an overpowered weapon. I guess with this comp, with this format, at least both teams get to use it. It's not limited to one team, so...
We will get the chance from KDK to return the favour to ROFS by showing how dominant they can be with the Axis class. Bit surprised I haven't seen an airhead yet.
Yeah, I'm actually really shocked as well. I think the best chance so far that we've seen, I mean, obviously what we show on stream is only a small portion of the game. You can't cover the entire thing. But from what we have seen, I think that chance where they had the people in the back line, I think getting an OP down, getting a couple more guys in to defend an airhead, they could have shifted the entire weight of their team in a matter of a minute.
Absolutely. I'm just going to make sure that the map next in rotation is, in fact, Carentan. It is. Cool.
What is the... If it goes 1-1, what is the decider map?
We'll see KDK return to Mortain.
Ooh, okay. Midpoint?
It is Saint something Chapel. Chappelle's Chapel or something. The middle point is the church in the middle, the cathedral. Body parts flying everywhere. Gothy leaning with the MG. A whole lot of spray and a whole lot of no hit. Tankbuster dropping inverted. The spread happens. Tankbuster's going to lean this corner. Alpha in a 1v2. Goffy respawns. But just gets sent straight back to the redeploy screen. Alpha as well. The KDK push could happen here. Here comes the defensive airhead from ROFS. But KDK stacking bodies through the front door now. Bodies spawn on the fucking outpost.
I'd like to see KDK drop a airhead, even if they're not planning on using it, just try and draw some defenders away.
I think they need to at this point. Tankbuster really needs to get his outpost up in point. Airhead live in the back corner. No outpost lighting up in point, if you notice. Must be a shorter radius on it. Tankbuster hasn't alerted anyone. It's the perfect deploy. Just needs to make sure shooting anyone isn't worth it to him. Loses his outpost.
He did have an OP down.
And unfortunately for Tankbuster, Alpha will find him.
Oops, that in the back line. Codfish.
Codfish getting in.
This is the best chance. Get his OP down. Don't move. Wait till you get some support. I don't mean support as in a support player. I mean, wait till you get a couple of more extra guys with you to help you push. Now that you're fired, they know that you're there. They're going to try and shut you down. You get as many numbers. You've only got a minute. Is this the same as Warfare?
No, they can... It goes into extra time.
Okay, good. So basically defensive.
Codfish popped in the backyard. And I'll need to start making ground really, really quickly here. As you can see, KDK stacking bodies through the back door. Airhead lighten up.
I just noticed Roth's half track southeast of point has just locked out.
It has indeed.
There, Gary South is also lit up.
KDK Airhead Popping into point. What's doing? Just waiting around for it.
Is that a bombing run?
It is.
I didn't think you could use them.
You can't. A big question will be raised here as to the legitimate of ROFS win now, as a bombing run and illegal use has been shown.
That's a big shame from ROFS because they did play this really, really well.
They did.
Just a simple mistake. It could have been something as simple as a misclick, but it doesn't matter. The rules are the rules, unfortunately.
A big review of this will happen in a moment.
Will it wait till the end of both halves, or will the review happen between the halves?
Both teams made aware that they'll now need to play all three sides of this match. So they'll have to play, they'll go to Mortain as well, regardless of the result of the first two. Misclick or not, that bombing run could cost ROFS the first side.
Well, they may not have to go to a decider. If KDK can win the next half, they'll take it 2-0, I assume.
That will
ROFS
be
will
the
have to
big
win.
question mark. That's why we need to do a review.
Yep.
ROFS take out the first side with a big decision to be made on whether that bombing run costs ROFS the first side of that map. Big kills from Duty with a 485 and Illusion 490. Some big plays coming in from once we get rid of this score. We'll jump on the KDK side, Digi, for the second round.
Yeah, sounds good. I do apologise to anyone watching the stream if I slur my words. I'm having JD shots.
I'm on the rums.
On the rums?
Yes.
Why doesn't that surprise me, Rum?
Ironic, isn't it?
Do you enjoy anything else? Like, I know you love your
No, no.
Nothing else agrees with you?
Nothing else agrees with me. KDK getting some big numbers out of Tank Buster at 208. A lot of team play here, honestly. KDK, a lot of spread across their team.
Just noticed KDK running 4-man squads
They are.
for the majority of it.
Both teams with 5 squad leaders.
Could sort of make sense why they weren't trying to shift players so much into OPs. Like, I was wondering.
Potentially.
Squads.
We've switched sides. We're going to follow the KDK side this time.
Can you check the player count? I think I just saw someone.
It's 20 from because I'm on one of the teams.
Ah, yeah. Yep.
Almost hit redeploy. We'll get in KDK knowing if they win this side, they could have a big case here.
I am really wondering if KDK are planning rocket snipes again. I know it's only 19v19s, but I tell you what, you land one of them rocket snipes even in a 50v50, it has a massive impact. I can only imagine the sort of impact it would have in a 19v19 game. It would almost but certain guarantee that you cap midpoint. Can you bump up your brightness 10%, Rum?
Yeah, absolutely.
I did notice in the last clip, in the last video we were playing, it was
Bit better?
mainly when we got, yeah, just mainly when we got into the shadow sort of sections. They were extremely dark. Yeah, it's a lot better. So do you think teams are going to change much from what they did in the first round?
I think so. Watching these back, you can see the dynamic from both teams and how they want to push the actual point. The point itself, it kind of lays, I'd say, in favour of Axis because of the entryways into the actual point. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, arguably allies. You've got ideally 1 and 2.
4.
Yeah, the outside edge one is a longer push to get into it.
Looks like KDK are coming in from the northeast, which doesn't really surprise me.
One down the bottom.
The easiest, yeah, it's probably the easiest avenue coming in from that northeast. I did notice, Rum, under your sources at the bottom of the screen, you've got TFMC. I don't know if you need to change that.
Oh, no, I don't. They don't see that anywhere. It's just because one of the tags is not named correctly. Me being lazy.
No, that's alright. I just wasn't sure if it was like the thing when you went to start the stream. Alright, so here we go. 20 seconds and the wall will drop. And we're going to see some chaos. It's always great at the start of a game, especially comp games. Pub games not so much. There's too many times you play pub games and, you know, the wall drops and people haven't even left HQ yet.
Absolutely. I'll follow the KDK truck down this main road. You'll notice in skirmish the trucks don't light up, unlike in warfare.
Yeah, it has to be a bug.
That's why we can't see where they are.
Has to be a bug. Oh, we've got someone jumping out of the truck early.
Sup drop?
Gary.
Indeed. Yep. KDK truck just going to go ferociously straight into that point.
Looks like we've got a big group of ROFS coming in from the southwest.
Have we got a stuck truck? Maybe. ROFS stacking numbers through the church. KDK coming straight through the entryway. This is a crunch point right now.
Who's going to throw their nades?
MG tries to lay down inverted, not having any of that. Apologies,
what a
dude.
nade from Intuition.
Big nade. Second truck, a little late from KDK, but they're going to have the majority of numbers in the point. ROFS looking for the flank straight away as they wipe out the left push. The backyard strongly controlled by KDK. Cap contested.
So I've just noticed with this format you don't have the bar at the top of the screen showing you the caps.
No, you don't.
KDK.
Still capping?
Yeah, they are. They're definitely putting it up slowly.
That backyard firmly in control of by KDK. ROFS starting to flank.
Behind.
As the cap kind of swings in favour of ROFS and now back in favour of KDK. We see the supplies dropping in. KDK really needing to get bodies in the circle now. Talon trading on Fat Pig. Tank Buster making sure that he returns that.
If they don't take this advantage while they've got it, it could really hurt them in the long run.
Need to capitalise on the hold. The cap going back in the favour of ROFS. 27 minutes left. This point is hotly contested.
unfortunately for ROFS, I don't see any SLs near the point, so don't know where their OPs are.
Talon falling through the map.
Oh no,
Returning to Narnia.
that's a bug that really hurts when it happens.
I don't think he was dead either. That's the worst.
No, I think he jumped off something and he literally just went straight through the floor.
Bodies from KDK in the backyards. The
Looks
Caps.
like ROFS is capping.
They are. But KDK getting
must
bodies
have
back.
Yeah. Looks like they got a lot of people north.
The Cap
way
going
north of town
back
centre.
in favour of KDK again. Trade outs coming in everywhere. Illusion getting wiped.
I'd like to see Donut get that OP down west of point and have numbers shift to his OP just to put instant pressure to slow down the Cap.
Absolutely, but KDK firmly in control of the point again. Desperate to get that Cap.
Oh, big play by Donut. If he can hold that building, that'll allow more ROFS members to push up both behind those houses as well as from the church.
Big satchel by KDK as the Cap back in favour of KDK again.
To me, it looks like ROFS has put a lot more pressure up towards the church, playing as the allies, whereas KDK came a lot more from the south. But at the same time, ROFS seem to have split their force.
And it looks like KDK will get this Cap.
Yeah, I can't see how ROFS can take it from here. KDK really need to take control of the high ground while they've got the chance.
Agree. Still not having much control of the church itself. ROFS are firmly in control of it. Goffey laying down the hate from on top of the building. But Big Fish wiping him out. Duty, a man on point. A man on a mission. Runs through the point. Cap going back in the favour of ROFS again.
I really think the key to this point are those gardens you're looking at right now. I think whoever controls the gardens, yes, church is key, yes, there's a lot of key points to this, but I think if you control the gardens being in the hard cap, and there's just so much cover, you can really play Ratty. There's great places for OPs, great places for Garys. I think whoever controls gardens controls this point. Goody and Blitzkrieg. Goody literally walking around in the hard cap. Let's see if my theory's right. ROFS have just taken over gardens. There's a massive amount of KDK up north. A lot of numbers. I'm wondering if fighting over the north that far up, you're just allowing ROFS to push into the hard cap.
I think not wiping them off the church might have cost them the point hold. Because ROFS just allowed to walk in through church. My ear is hurting. My glasses digging into my ear.
Have a rum.
I don't know what happened there, but it went from having 6 guys in this road and they're all gone.
Possible strafing run?
That's a lot of body parts.
Oh, it could have been a Sadie.
Unsure, didn't make any noise.
Let me mute this phone so it doesn't keep pinging.
Nothing but ROFS on point at this point. Codfish and KDK now looking to just reset their line. The Cap should come back in their favour if they can get some bodies back on point.
I think KDK's best chance here is they need to separate that big force they have up north there. Ooh, my stream is just frozen. My internet
No,
is
it hasn't. It
greatest.
hasn't frozen. I was fixing my headset. There you go.
Yeah, no, it's working again. Yeah, I think the best chance is to... They've got 3 avenues from where their big force is up north there. I think they need to push a couple of guys out towards church. They need to cut down that middle laneway, as well as push out towards the northeast laneways.
Absolutely.
If they just try and focus their force, it makes it way too easy to defend.
Agree. The recon plane
Yeah,
comes in. A good example, of what you're talking about right now. Push from one direction, garrison locked by what's doing, and they've just lost their Gary.
Yep. It also makes it so much easier for teams to literally
And the cap
find
goes to
their
ROFS.
areas. They can literally find your spawn points just by following the numbers. If everybody's coming from that way and there's a bunch of people coming from that way, I don't have to shoot at you. If I just fucking sneak past you, oh, excuse my language. If I sneak past you, I can literally find where you're spawning. Spawn points are worth more than kills.
It's alright, the language is fine. We're not on Twitch. We will
Sweet.
get demonetized, but we don't we don't do this for money anyway.
Goffy's really running around up behind the back, the northeast of the point. What's doing? They've got a couple of people KDK. I'd like to see them try and consolidate.
ROFS really in control. Jury on his own here.
I don't think Illusion doesn't see in the shadows there. Illusion does not see him. Now he sees him.
My phone going off in numbers, man.
It's amazing how from this view, you know, something can happen, but when you're actually in the game,
Feels a lot different.
completely oblivious.
I mean, look at the view difference. Here up here, that's big spawns by KDK. Looking from here, you don't get much of a view. You spawn out and you can see the push really coming in now from KDK.
I suspect they've only got the one Gary. Can you bring up the map?
Half track.
Yeah, half track. So they've lost both their Garys.
Secondary half track coming in on the opposite side. Pookie doing what he does best, hiding behind a building.
Is that an airhead?
It looks like it. They've not seen it.
They've not seen it. It is definitely an airhead.
That's a big, big play by KDK. ROFS not seeing the airhead. This could get them the cap. They need to spawn bomb that now.
I'd like to see all of KDK, not one or two, but all of KDK right now should be redeploying.
It doesn't look like it's a KDK airhead. It's a ROFS airhead.
Ah, it's a ROFS airhead.
In the
Maybe
same
just a
spot as
little bit of
before.
backup.
Cheeky. KDK doing their best just to get some control, diverting numbers here. Half track placed on the opposite side. They'll start to spawn some numbers.
Yeah, they will. I'd like to see one or two KDK and SL and a support player run out to build a Gary. While there's still a lot of time left, rather than drop supplies from the commander, yes, it's great to have supplies from the commander. The problem is in comp games when you've got 19, 40 players, 49 players, everyone's looking up.
The flamethrower out as he barbecues Fat Pig. Was it Fat Pig? I reckon it was.
Of course, no one's up in the church.
ROFS alerted to the half track. Spawns on the outpost by KDK as the flamethrower tries to get him, but he's out of reach. He'll barbecue the poor soul on the outpost as the flamethrower comes in, just trying to get that outpost with it.
Oh,
That's a
and
big
they're all
flamethrower
getting
play.
done. Oh,
But Kiwi
I can't
boy
believe next
saving the
spot.
day. Absolutely. The med's on. Outpost still up. More spawns. A grenade comes in, dismantles the spawn.
That is a massive nade from Doug's.
It is.
Absolute massive nade. Ooh, what have we got here? KDK have filtered a few players through.
They have. A tank buster looking to try and get an outpost down again. He needs to just hold his, be a bit patient here and wait his turn. Let Blitzkrieg come to him.
I'd really like to see KDK use a couple of airheads this game. Are the airheads still on the same spawn timers?
They are. Still on an 8-second. Is that a AP outpost? Outpost of mine?
Oh, I can't see. It's really shadowed. I don't think it is.
It is, it is, it is. Unfortunately, Duty will wipe Tank Buster off point.
So the cooldown's the exact same for all abilities? It doesn't change between warfare and offensive?
It doesn't.
So there's a possibility of what, 3
Rocket flies in.
per team per round?
Absolutely.
KDK have definitely marked a bunch of ROFS players. Duty, Chriso and Inverted Wombat. I'd like to see KDK try and take some ground using smoke. Get themselves within grenade range. At the end of the day, they've got nothing to lose.
Absolutely.
While you're sitting there, you're not taking ground, and if you're not taking ground, I mean, you can kill them all you want. They've probably got a spawn really close by, and you're just going to reset them. Psych with that flamethrower.
Coming out again. You can see the advantage of it in the backyards.
Oh, it's a massive advantage, and since they've extended the range, and I'm not sure if they changed the damage that it does.
35 meters, it does a little bit more damage.
It just does so much. It feels so much better.
Grenade trades
What a
outside.
nade. What a nade.
Unfortunately, he will not save the outpost. I'll just make sure that the maps are set up correctly. Just bear with me for a moment.
Blitzkrieg flanking out on his own, about to come into contact. Got support in Chriso. It's 2v2. Chriso takes out Bailey, I believe it was. Does Blitz see shrapnel? I don't know if he does. Oh, he does. Definitely got the high ground here, Blitzkrieg. And he finally gets taken out.
The push really coming in from the advanced position by KDK. 2 Garys up again. Need to get a half track in.
Yeah, I really like to see that. There's no limit on when they can place half tracks.
No limit, they can place them wherever they like.
I'd like to see them try and, take a chance, drive the half track around, set it up on the backside of it. Obviously, they're going to have, the enemy are going to have...
Big precision by SOP there. Actually,
ROFS Live spawned on the west side of the cap, so I'd like to see them put it on either the south or the north, hit from 3 flanks.
absolutely. They could really take advantage of ROFS being pushed up here and airhead the backyard type area.
Yeah, I've only seen them. We only saw them drop the one airhead in the first round, which shocks me. If they drop one now, they'll probably have enough time to drop another with about 2 or 3 minutes to go.
They will. They need to make sure they use them wisely.
Now's the time to drop it so that you at least get one more. You'll have another one up your sleeve before the end of the game. And the biggest thing with airheads is you need to use them not so much sparingly, but you need to not have a pattern about them. Don't let teams work out when you use them or how you use them. Keep them guessing. Good little play there from KDK.
Absolutely. Cheeky spot by Talon to watch the main road. That rocket zipped past.
Just shot back in the same building he was in round 1. Nice 3-story building, gives him good sight lines into gardens as well as the overview of the hard cap.
He's actually in for a nap, Sop. Doing his best impression of Anne Frank, hiding in the top of the building.
Oh, if good he'd come around that corner a fraction earlier. Amazes me how the battle's getting fought so far from the hard cap. This is a chance for KDK to just have 1 or 2 SLs just slip away around the back of the fight. Leave the OPs there, tell the boys to defend their OPs and just keep some pressure up. And just slip around the back of the fight and try and reposition your OP. Basically draw them to where your team has been spawning and then just sneakily get an OP up on the other side of the hard cap. And get all your boys to redeploy to it.
Ranger doing numbers on that corner. Crack taking a stand in the open. Rain up, looks across the yard. Absolutely.
I was actually shocked how long that battle went. With directly buildings across from each other.
They were just waving at each other.
They were just so hyper-focused on what they were doing. Got the blinders on, it's so easy to do in this game.
Absolutely. Raynuck gets first hits, but the semi-automatic makes it. So he just takes out the kill. A backyard brawl between KDK's Just Cause and Psych ends in both redeployed. Spoon not realising he's got 5 or 6 guys coming down that road.
I think the only effective benefit Spoon has here is how narrow that alleyway is.
Grenade might cost him if he's not careful.
So because
Hits the
it's such a
pole.
nice- I'm off the pole. Wow. He couldn't have done that if he tried.
Grenade on his right.
Oh, just smoke.
Gets absolutely minced by that grenade.
KDK need to push. Push hard here. Illusions and Alpha up in the building covering.
Cheeky airhead. Here it comes.
Get as much smoke down as they possibly can.
ROFS have no one back there. They won't even see that airhead. Plane zips over. The plane from KDK just over the back might not help them to keep that airhead hidden.
The only issue I have with where that airhead's going to fall is they're forced, they don't have a direct line to the point. And we can't see where ROFS Garys are, so if their Garys are pretty close, it's going to light up. And as soon as it lights up, ROFS will push back to the hard cap. The only issue is KDK can't just beeline it straight into the hard cap.
Absolutely not. I think Donut might have seen this airhead, but knows he's not going to get there in time.
Let's see how many people spawn.
They need numbers.
They need big numbers, and they need to split both ways. They can't all go the same way.
What they've got here is an issue of what's doing coming around with a rocket.
Yeah, he's coming from the left, Donut's coming from the right. ROFS have definitely seen this airhead. What's doing is looking. They've got a general idea. Yeah, he sees it. It's gone.
And they spawn!
Oh, they got a spawn wave.
Spawn wave!
Commander's down.
KDK scramble to get numbers off that airhead. The delayed reaction catches everyone off guard.
I was not expecting the spawn after the fact. It catches me out so many times.
It's kind of hoping for it. Oh, ROFS dealing with the airhead, but they haven't dealt with all the SLs back there, as Raynuck will need to get an outpost up. Needs to make this push count.
Just under 5 minutes 30 remaining in the game.
He'll zip into that line.
Unfortunately, KDK, that's going to be their only airhead for this round.
They have had Raynuck just slip away. I think ROFS thinking they wiped them all out. Raynuck will now look to get his outpost back up. Front door wide open again.
I don't think it happens enough, but there's certain times where I think you can use an airhead. Even if you don't feel you're going to get spawns off it, use it to draw defenders away.
Absolutely.
Make them go where you want them to go.
Donut getting a nice three-piece there.
I hope Sok gives that hotel a 5-star review. He's pretty much spent the whole game in that building.
Bed's pretty comfy.
He's very comfy.
We take a look in. There's not much to look at. Sopzilla having a nap. This is his home.
He's definitely he's working overtime. I think that the hardest thing in hell let loose is when you're playing a defensive role and nothing's happening in your area, to keep your mind focused and still doing what the team requires.
Absolutely. ROFS have firmly pushed KDK out here. We'll probably see a mass spawn from the front door from KDK just to try and get some numbers in again.
With 3 minutes 40 to go, what would you try to do if you were KDK?
I'm surprised I haven't seen some real wide half tracks. Just to kind of creep them in that. They won't see that because it's unit ping. Just to try and creep them in behind here. It's the perfect opportunity for KDK to just really establish some form of backline. 3 half tracks in their backline. Use the garrisons as push momentum, and when they've got them pushed to ferry forward, use the half tracks as their main spawns and just really storm in.
Storm in from behind.
Yep.
Basically draw them in with the garrisons and just hold the garrisons, let them come right on top of you, and once you've got all your half tracks in position, switch the whole team to the half tracks.
Absolutely.
I'll just be wondering, where did they go? I think ROFS will probably be due for another half track. Another airhead.
So we hear the planes overhead.
I'm sure they would have timed it so that they've got one more, especially being the defending team. You just want to drop one more with about 2 minutes to go.
KDK getting the push again, coming up. Alpha pushing down on Big Fish. Kills Vast Beetle and Big Fish. That's a good double by him. Bodies start to stack in. It's Talon in a 1v5. Codfish killed by Goffy. The grenade turns out Fogly. We found our man. We found a rat hiding in the line. Catch strafed.
A strafe.
By his own commander.
Oh no.
Oh.
You can really see the struggle teams will have only having one MG.
Really got to use the high ground.
It's they've got to be in a good position, and if you're not in a good position, if you get pushed out, you've got to use it to your team's advantage to help your guys push in to get you back to a good position.
Absolutely. KDK with a conga line here. Big grenade. I think that's a friendly grenade that gets them there. Body limb flies up in the air. Blitz wiped out by the MG.
Peter and Bookie just holding that western angle. I don't think they've got time to waste. I'd like to see them just throw smoke to the west. I see smoke going out now, and then push east. Just push east. Get around, go around to the right. You haven't got time to try and fight through rocks. You've literally just got to try and get to the cap as fast as you possibly can. Cobber just took out what's doing, and I believe it was AK, don't quote me on that, at the top right of the screen.
ROFS firmly in control. An airhead could be massive from KDK, but it's too late in the game for it to really affect this, as ROFS will take out the second side and we'll move to the final side of this game. We move on to Mortain.
So which team plays as which on Mortain?
So it'll be whoever was starting as Axis will finish as Axis, which means
Okay.
ROFS.
So it'll be ROFS Axis, KDK Allies on Mortain, Church midpoint. This is going to be a completely different game. A lot of people hate Mortain. I personally love it. But I'm a little bit of a bushwookie.
It's a very ratty game mode on the old Mortain.
I think the reason I love the tree maps is I'm old, and I grew up, when I was growing up, when I was a teenager, World War II wasn't a massive thing. All military shooters were all the Vietnam War, so I missed that style of war.
Hell let loose Vietnam, did you? That get you excited?
I'm so excited. The only thing is I'm cautiously optimistic. I'm hoping, because they're going to build it from the ground up, I'm hoping it doesn't have the bugs that we've had to put up with in Hell Let Loose for so long.
Let's be honest, T17 can't do anything right.
Well,
let's see if they can actually do something right for once in their lives.
Yeah, look, I'm hoping that this game is the exception to the rule.
I hope
there's
so.
always an exception to the rule,
I
but
hope so.
I'm not holding my breath. I'll say it that way.
We flick over. I'm hoping that this map flip goes to Mortain and it does not stuff up. Because if it doesn't go to Mortain, I'm going to cry. Hey, I got it right.
La Petite Chapel.
Right. What you'll have here, Digi, is a very high point with a lot of walls down below it. We'll flick it back to the ROFS side.
We may have to adjust your brightness here again.
It's going to be very bright. It's going to be like looking at the sun.
No, it's very dark.
Very dark. We'll get over the point and then you can tell me how it looks. Oh, I'm in slow mode.
Trees for days, my type of map.
Trees everywhere. How dark is that, Digi? Is it dark or does it look all right to you?
I'd brighten it up a little bit, bump it up 10%, and we'll see how we go.
Absolutely. We don't want to make it too bright that they're looking at the moon.
Yeah, want to make it so we can see
How's that?
their Yeah, it doesn't look too bad to me.
20%. Bit of brightness. A beautiful day on Mortain.
Have we got anyone watching the stream? If we do, tell us if we need to bump it up or bump it down. I'm only going off my screen.
I've got 8 at the moment. Obviously something new for both teams. A new format, 19s. Brings a different type of gameplay. It's a little bit more, you could probably say it's more like Hardpoint from BF Hardline.
The hard cap is a lot more to the south as well in the sector, I've noticed.
Yep. You'll also notice the point has a hill right in the middle of it.
So will we see KDK do what they've done in the first 2 rounds and just launch everyone at the point? And will we see ROFS spread out and try and envelop KDK?
KDK will have one advantage on this map that ROFS won't, is KDK played 11th, 2-0 on the first one. Big game from both teams.
45 seconds to go. And I think my internet's bugged out or no?
No, I just stopped.
So whose team are we on here? We are part of ROFS. We are watching it from their perspective. We'll see their spawn point. Looks like we've got a couple of move marks down already from ROFS.
We do.
15 seconds till the wall drops.
Last time I watched this map, I had Illusion in here with me, and I stuffed up his comms, so we didn't hear Illusion. But there was a lot of satchel plays, like a lot.
Yeah, I suppose it's that type of map.
It doesn't have
so much cover around that church, and a Sati will pretty much clear it all out. So
it doesn't have the likes of Carentan, where you've got all the backyards and everything to hide in. This is really a heavy focus on actually holding the hard cap, this one.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to flank on this. They're sending a truck wide. Have they got many people in there?
4 passengers. KDK just going deep instantly. Goffy probably already seeing the truck. It's not good for KDK as they get all 4 wiped out of the truck.
Just the driver's left. It's a massive play. He's still going. Christo sees him. Will he get him? Yeah, Christo cleans him out. I'm surprised Ranger pushing south side of that big hill. But ROFS spreading out, which I sort of expected, over a wide area. Doesn't look like there's enough KDK players. I'm wondering if they've pushed far north.
They did try to run that flank with the Ford truck, and they've dipped some guys in real deep straight away. I'm going to guess they're going to try and flank instantly into it.
Yeah, ROFS have to be careful here because the way they played the first 2 rounds, they spread out and they were able to take ground.
There we go. Big spawns by KDK.
There's not avenues, so people can filter through the smallest of gaps.
It looks like KDK just literally sent both their trucks around the back. Codfish jumps out, trades 1. I'm looking at the bushes.
I'd like to know if KDK built one of their Garys out there.
They might have. Would have been a quick play from KDK just to sneak in behind. They get that line, Gary. This could be big. Bodies flying everywhere. Butcher and Kiwi Boy laying in the same bush. Illusion hiding behind a wall. Kiwi Boy kills him.
Looks like ROFS are going to get the cap here.
They will get the cap. They're not in control just at this moment. Kiwi and Big Fish on point.
With this type of map at only 19v19, we'll be surprised if either team can fully gain control at this point.
It's a very hard point to hold on to.
I think it's going to be a slugfest for the entire 30 minutes. Pagey in the back door. Oh, it looks like he's just cleaned them all out off their spawn.
He did have some help up until about 5 seconds ago. Satchel goes off on point. Pagey sprints towards the Gary, just pulls back. I think he thinks the distance is just out of his reach. 2 frags go off. Big spawn!
Pagey able to drop 2 before he gets taken out himself. Goffy pushing up to give some support. I'd assume Goffy would have the Sati.
Garrison marked up with a move marker by D squad. Pookie now pouncing on it. We look to the left flank. We find KDK stacking. They're using that.
Supplies.
Wow.
To the east of the point. I think this map, like even more so than Carentan, you really don't want to be dropping supplies from the sky. I know there's only 19 players per team, but if you can have players switching through support when they die and support's open, just drop supplies. Scatter your supplies all across because anything from the sky is going to be spotted.
Absolutely. Big satchel takes out the Gary. Does it? It might not have got it. It didn't get it.
No, it didn't.
It's still up.
I'm wondering if that's been relayed back to the rest of the team.
Probably
Looks
not.
Like
a couple more spawns.
Looks like Blitz just camping. Oh, he's going to move.
A lot of numbers by KDK in the south side of the point. Might be the north side of the point. Vast Beetle tries to pick up a teammate. But Big Fish, unfortunately, doesn't get helped out there. Codfish.
I think with the layout of this point and the elevation changes, I think you need to lock down really close to the church itself and hold that high ground. I know it's easier said than done. I think holding the high ground gives you that slight advantage.
Bodies laid out everywhere. Kind of looks like a toy. We'll flick back over the action. Garrison gone. KDK really mounting pressure from this north side. Get out of the trees that we can.
Oh, it's an OP.
Outpost in the bush. Cheeky butcher dies right next to it.
I really wish the devs would give us an admin camp, like not like what we've got, but a streaming camp so you can see both teams' OPs, both teams' markers.
Just gives you just a neutral side between teams.
Yep.
That
just
rocket is going off to the Netherlands.
Just have 2 slots. Have it locked on private servers.
Spoon runs up on a spawn. Vast Beetle just going for the pickup.
Donut, I think, is supporting him. Yeah, Donut's just picking them off. So looking at the map layout, where would you suggest an airhead?
Looking at ROFS layout, maybe at the back side of the point. It needs to be somewhere that it's not where they're looking, right? Because at the moment they're looking behind themselves as well as in front. So KDK's got a good push here. I'd probably even argue putting the airhead in their line itself. It gets them closer to point, gives them a bigger spawn. It's KDK really, really pushing now.
I'd like to see KDK use a lot more smoke.
There's a lot of smoke in there.
There is a lot of smoke in there. The thing is, you need to utilise the smoke. Yes, it's going to cost you so many deaths. And I know it's only 19.V19, but every meter you can take is a massive advantage.
It's a big grind here for KDK. Rockets zip in again.
It looks like the battle on this side has just started to... They've actually settled. And the front line's sort of been formed. If I was ROFS, I wouldn't want to push too far out. Let them come to you. The further you push out, the more holes you open up. What are you getting taken out there by big fish? That Drury, sorry if I pronounced that wrong, but he's sending rockets in from miles away. Just blind rockets that...
I think I got a kill.
onto the hard cap.
Rockets coming in from everywhere. KDK getting a foothold on that E4. Just really trying to push it out now. ROFS respond. Another garrison mark goes down.
So we're coming up to the 20-minute mark. Neither team's used an airhead yet. They've both got them online. Pagey in the back lines.
Bit of lurking going on here.
Looks like he's trying to work his way into the KDK backlines here, just wreak some havoc.
They've got the Gary marked up, so they're looking to just really make it count now. Pagey can see it. I think he knows he just needs to make sure he didn't get wiped here. Tankbuster spawns with the Gary and he's wandered off. He's not aware of this. I'm sure the Gary will be lining up any second now to say, hey, you've got a man in your line.
Yeah, Pagey must be far enough away that it wasn't lighting up.
Tankbuster turns.
He's rotating around now. It's definitely locked out.
Gets
Pagey's
killed.
smart. He drops a Sadie.
It might not be close enough. We'll hang around just to make sure. Garrison locked. And gone from ROFS. No spawns. Might be a 60-second timer on that. Zoom in on the satchel as it goes off. Bye-bye, Garrison.
It was unlucky that he didn't get any spawns off that, Gary.
Absolutely, not a single spawn came off that.
That tells me KDK are happy with their spawns. Or have they got this in behind the point? That's a big number of players to come off a Gary.
I think it might be an airhead that's kind of just hiding in a bush somewhere. I don't know where this spawns from.
I believe it's... Is it south east of the point? No, it's east of the point. East of the hard... Or southeast of the hard cap it is.
You can see the half track lighting up on the back of the point now. Dauntless using this bush to his advantage. Half track locked. The truck goes down on point. Duggs takes his head off.
I think Doug sees Tank Buster.
He's marked that half track up. Donut looks like precision?
Yeah. Really shocked that precision wasn't called in, even if you called it in on yourself.
Could have been a massive play there.
I mean, he had it locked for a while.
While ROFS are defending their south side, KDK pushed numbers up on the east.
This is the advantage of having an open map. I think this point and this map actually works to KDK's advantage. Forces ROFS have to defend 360 degrees.
Absolutely. Big numbers from KDK down the bottom here. ROFS really trying to make sure they control that outer sector. Just a few numbers slipping in here and there. Dauntless back on the same point he was before when he got wiped out. Supplies come in, Sop on point on his own.
Massive kill there from Alpha.
A lonely red soul in the middle of a sea of blue.
I'm just noticing that ROFS are starting to filter further and further south, which I think is going to open up more and more holes.
It is, absolutely. Dauntless in a really good position here to do something on this point. Just needs to preserve his life.
If he can get supplies down now. They might not get used. If they can somehow cap, you want supplies ready to go. You don't have to wait for them. That pig just beelining it to the hard cap. Up the southeastern side of the map, Wolf Sop's in. Looks like Sop's bandaging. I don't think they see each other. Oh, we've just got a spawn in. Alpha's running away, I don't think he sees him. Come on, Ringer. No, Ringer doesn't hear him or see him.
I'm not sure what I'm witnessing here. We've got a guy right in the middle of their line.
Yeah. Ringer finally turns around and takes him out.
And in the
I
meantime...
mean, as we know, it's so easy to get the blinders on when you're hyper-focused on
It is.
something. Especially when you're getting told something from your CO, your squad lead. It's easy to forget, just to, you know, keep those ears open. I think you learn, you hear more in this game than you see. Well, I know I do.
No, I'd agree with that comment. Big Fish kind of just whipping out some supplies. Going in for a drink at the old trough. ROFS responding well to the push. Big Fish in point. A satchel play here could help to clear out this point. It looks like he's got the Sadie out.
If he can get a Sadie down, this could be huge, but only if KDK are ready to take advantage.
He'll take out Talon, but I almost said it. Traditional Rum saying unfortunately a lot. Big satchel on point. It might not have very many near it, but it might get a few things into perspective for KDK. I feel like if you could get an airhead into a nice spot and have a perfectly timed satchel, you could satchel the ground around it just to kind of save it beforehand.
Use it in place of a bombing run, since
Yeah.
you can't use bombing runs. Yeah, that makes sense.
Timed satchel. I mean, if you're
A
not
lot
careful, you'll
harder
take
to
out your
time
own.
Yeah, a lot harder to time it, but could be just as effective.
Absolutely. More half
Surprised
tracks
they
rolling
said
in.
strafing runs with the airheads in place of the bombing run.
I'm surprised we don't see just strafing runs every time they become available. 1,000 munitions.
Especially when infy markers go up and you know there's a massive push coming, like just throw a strafing run over the top. Normally, Warfare, I would not use strafing runs. Very, very waste of munitions in my opinion. But in this format where you don't have bombing runs, like it's the next best thing.
I think in the perfect spots it can really help to hold.
And I think the fact that you're not dropping arty, so you're not using your munitions really for anything. Do nodes get built at the start of these games?
They do not. They have the factory. So Skirmish has 2 sets of nodes built already.
Oh, yes.
And no extra.
It's
No third set shall be built. It is a ban.
It's been that long since I played Skirmish. I think when it dropped, I played it for a whole of 5 minutes, one game.
As a whole, in a 49s format, it's a horrible game mode. Awful.
Yeah.
I feel like it works well for a 19s format.
I like the idea of switching over. Both teams playing the same side.
It means both teams get the advantage of both sides. There's no faction favour. The only thing is when you go to the tiebreak map, the team that wins the flip for the faction will get to play the favoured faction.
Yeah, see, I'm actually shocked that the tiebreak map goes to a different map. I thought it would just be the same map, and that's the advantage of winning the flip and picking a faction. If it goes to a tiebreak, you get the faction you want in the tiebreak.
Maybe an idea for future iterations if there ever is one. Half track locked out by the commander again. Really could use a precision here to do some work on it.
Yeah, instead of just keeping it locked out, just precision yourself. Aim it right on your head. If you kill yourself, you kill the half track. Oh, he didn't see Butcher. Butcher clears him out. So it looks like ROFS have got a good spread of spawn points at the moment. They've got their 2 garrisons, which they're allowed. I'm pretty sure I saw 2 half tracks.
3.
3 half tracks.
All 3 half tracks in play.
That is going to make it extremely hard for KDK to take back this point in under 10 minutes now.
Absolutely.
So is there percentages at the, like...
In what way?
So you win per round? Does a percentage come down, like does it come down to percentage at the end of try and work out who makes finals if teams are even?
Yes.
On wins and losses? Yes, okay.
There is a statistic I'm
win.
using, which I'm not going to share as well, just yet.
Okay.
Some statistics I've been keeping track of, tracking.
Yep. Sopzilla still on his perch. Looks like ROFS have pushed KDK further and further out. I'd like to see KDK wrap around again. I'd like to see them split their force and hit on 2 flanks. At the end of the day, if you don't have the point, you've got nothing to lose. I understand getting everyone together and just trying to steamroll the front door. But if it hasn't worked with 10 minutes to go, it's probably not going to work. I think they really need to hit from multiple angles at once. Obviously, ROFS having as many spawn points as they do at the moment is going to make it extremely difficult.
I think an airhead somewhere like here might help them. They just need to find a way to get it in without anybody seeing it. Airhead here, no one sees it. Now, I believe in Skirmish, the airhead plane actually doesn't make any noise. It's bugged. But KDK can really just push straight to point here. If they focus on just running straight in, they've got no contest into point.
The only person I have to contend with would be Sop, if they make it to hard cap. ROFS are pushing so far out on the northwest side, and so far out on the south side, that they've left a massive hole directly west of the hard cap.
Which could get exposed if they're not careful here.
I'd like to see Fat Pig definitely drop his OP now and have extra players shift to him. He has to. This is pretty much their only chance. It looks like ROFS have been alerted and they're screaming back to the hard cap.
Kiwi and Big Fish already in the cap circle. Cap going in the favour of KDK. Numbers screaming forward from KDK. That front of point is left wide open by ROFS. KDK just making the push. Doug's in an alpha scramble back to point. Illusion not aware of Kiwi Boy just to his left. Big satchel by KDK. This point is hot and contested. The cap going in favour of KDK. ROFS scrambling. 6 minutes remaining. The cap gets contested. It starts to go back in favour of ROFS, but they're not out of the woods yet. As KDK get their numbers in point. The run from Copper. Straight past Doug's, who doesn't see him. Well, he does.
KDK have got to be careful here. They've got ROFS pushing in from behind them. They're going to have to defend 360 degrees.
They are. ROFS did well to kind of neutralise the push there. Just Cause, big satchel from Just Cause. But ROFS, very alert to the situation. Numbers stream back through the point. Those half tracks and everything making it very easy for them to come back into it. And they responded well.
Really like to see what their spawn timers are at. I don't think enough teams go to the effort of making sure their spawn timers on their garrisons half tracks are like staggered. It makes a massive difference.
5 minutes remain in this match. Big spawn by KDK.
Garrison marker's gone down.
It has. Goffy gets 4. Goffy with a big play here. Gets a 5th.
Pato see him. I don't think Pato sees him.
Runs in.
He looks like he's going to Sati here.
Sati goes down on the wall.
That's definitely close enough to shut down that garrison.
Goffy with a massive play. Spawn! Holy
What a
shit.
spawn! What a spawn!
The satchel is about to go.
Sati's about to pop. They're going to take a fair few out. I don't think they've seen it. They haven't
Goffy
heard
is
it.
going to get a big amount of players.
What a satchel. That is a game-winning satchel. There's only 4 minutes left.
That is a big play by Goffy. Holy shit.
I would love to know where KDK's other garrison is right now.
Absolutely. KDK deep. Numbers dwindled. There's a big, big satchel play.
Oh, there's their Gary.
Goffy, and that looks like a HQ spawn to me.
No, is that HQ?
I think it is. Might just ping the building.
Yeah, I don't think it's HQ.
It's not
But it
exactly
looks like
HQ. Oh no, there it is.
They've built a Gary, their second Gary, so far back from the point that may actually hurt them.
I think they've used it
They're
to
gonna lose.
try and make sure they have got something up at the moment. It's a good play to keep them in the game though. 3 minutes remaining. The airhead in by KDK. Doug's aware of it. Doug's not aware of it.
I don't think anyone's seen this.
No one has seen this. That airhead is
That's
massive.
A ROFS airhead.
Is
That's
it?
a ROFS
Oh, we've
airhead.
done it again.
We've done it again. We had hope.
We get
We
so
had hope for
excited.
KDK.
Absolutely. Big strafe by KDK. Half track locked by
Out
Dauntless.
southeast.
Apologies for our excitement. That satchel was massive.
So if you're ROFS, do you think it's too early to start turtling?
I think at this point they just need to be aware of it. A late airhead. They've still got time, KDK, but they need that airhead now. They will get one spawn if it comes in. ROFS just pulling numbers back to the point itself, being aware of what's going on around them. Big spawns by KDK. The response from KDK to get numbers in... Oh, there's the airhead. It might just be a little bit too far from point at this time of the game. But they'll do well just to run off it. Donut on his own gets 2. He's basically facing the whole team here. Trades a 3rd. Gets a 4th. Cobbo returns him to sender. A minute remaining. As KDK scramble off his airhead for a play that needs to make stick.
Their main push is from the northeast. I'd like to see Bailey push up, get an OP down, and have a few people shift to him.
But he'll lose his life in that zone.
Actually, I've just cursed him again.
Carry marker goes down. Dementa in between it all. Another spawn comes in. Donut turfs the grenade at the garrison outpost. Gets the kill, misses the outpost. That will get another spawn.
I think that's going to be good enough for ROFS. I think they're going to hold this.
Big match.
They've pushed enough people out. They had a massive opportunity there that they unfortunately just weren't able to capitalise.
And that's a big game from both teams. Congratulations to ROFS taking out the round 2 match 3. And we look at the scores, big numbers from Duty at 500, a massive score from Goffey at 722. Blitzkrieg pulling in the numbers 707. Big numbers from Kiwi Boy as well. Cobber 343. That's what we love to see.
I'd love to know how many people that Sadie took out.
Absolutely, it was a big Sadie. Massive play. Massive play.
Massive play at a crucial time.
And we'll end our stream on that. Thank you, Digital, for joining me.
Thanks for having me, dude.